Do not do this in your dance or theatre school. Hey, my name is Sarah, founder of The Dance Den, and I help dance and theatre school owners to grow their school on their terms so they can have a life as well as a successful business. Now, what am I asking you not to do? I am asking you not to assume. Such a simple word, right? But it can get you in so much trouble, so much hot water. It is crazy. Now, my husband has a saying, sorry if you don't like swearing, but assumptions is the mother of all cock-ups, right? And he's right. He's right. There's been many a time that I've got myself into hot water because I have assumed whatever the case may be. Now, you may assume a teacher knows how to deliver children to parents, right? But each school has their own way and their own system of doing things. Now, when I had my school, I was very particular about the certain way that we handed children to parents. And it was one of the things that I made sure that not only my staff got training on, but they were, first off, at their first lesson, I would stand and I would do it and I would show them. The next lesson, they would do it and I would watch them. And then I'd say, right, you're fine, you know what you're doing. But that is what I expect every time. I was so particular about it that I made sure that they knew what was going on. Because you assume that they will do it the way that you want them to do it, or the way that you in your brain thinks that is the correct, safe action for those children. But not every teacher thinks that same way. Some teachers will be like, oh, yeah, class is finished, bye kids. Turn around, pack up the stuff and they're gone, without acknowledging what is going on. So you have to make sure you cannot assume. You may assume a teacher knows how to do an invoice, but they may have come from a school or come from a college and they've never been taught that. So you'll suddenly get something through on a WhatsApp message. Yeah, you owe me da-di-da-di-da, this much money. And you'll go, what? How much? How did you get to that figure? Give me a breakdown. And they'd be like, well, what's a breakdown? Can I send it to you? Can I voice note you? And I'm like, no, you need to send me an invoice. So don't assume people know what it is that you need and what it is your school needs. You know, don't assume that a venue will know what school holidays that you're there or when you're off, or even when the school holidays are actually. So don't assume that. Don't assume that a technician in a theatre knows or is qualified for pyrotechnics, because not all technicians are. So you rock up thinking, yeah, I want all these lovely fireworks at the end of my show, and then you turn around and you go, and the theatre says, actually, we've got no one who's qualified to do that here. You have to check everything, yes? I have a saying in my membership called Cover Your Ass, and this is what part of Cover Your Ass is. It's not assuming things, having everything in writing, particularly when you're dealing with people and venues and staff and hiring and all this sort of business. You have to just have it in writing. It's this, it's this, it's this. Pick up is here. You can't assume that, you know, when you think you're going to pick something up from a hire company, that they're necessarily going to be open. Maybe that's a stock take day and they've closed down, and realistically you need to pick up 2 days later or 2 days before, but that doesn't fit in with your time schedule. But you've assumed that they're open because maybe you've checked Google and Google has said, yes, they're open, but maybe they haven't updated their Google because this is a one-off stock take. Can you see what I'm trying to say? And then suddenly you're stuck. Your costumes are in the inside, you're on the outside, you can't get them, and your show is a day away. What do? Because you assumed that they would be open when they weren't. So you can't assume anything. It has caught me out many a time. And I am sure it will catch me out many a time in the future again, only because I'm like, yeah, that's fine, we can do that, yes, no problem. And then you sit down and you go, T's, C's, logistics. This is not gonna quite happen the way I thought it was gonna happen. Let's go back a step, yeah? So please, 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 do not assume. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my YouTube channel because there is a new video that comes out weekly for you guys.